Now we're going to learn how are you going to answer your examination. So this is the problem. So letter A, instruction is represent the problem into a function, then answer the question. So a mobile phone company offers the following plan: blank pesos per month for 60 minutes of call. Additional time cost of blank pesos per minute of call. So for the situation tells us that in the first 60 minutes of call, you're going to pay 100 pesos. So even if it is 2 minutes only, you're still going to pay 100 pesos. If it is 60 minutes, so you're still going to pay 100 pesos. Additional time cost of blank pesos per minute of call. So in this way, as you notice, there are blanks. There is no exact amount yet. So what you're going to do is fill in this blank with your own value. So it's up to you what are the numbers that you're going to fill, what numbers are you going to choose. So you can have 60, 50, 40, 30, 10, so on and so forth. But for this problem, we're just going to have 100. So, ibig sabihin, 100 ang babayaran niya for the first 60 minutes of call. So, kapag nakatawag na siya, after 60 minutes, iba na ang babayaran niya. So, after 60 minutes, kada minuto, babayaran niya ito. So, per minute ng pagbayad niya, so it's up to you what number are you going to have. You can have 1 peso, 2 pesos, 3 pesos. But for this, we're just going to have 2 pesos per minute of call. So, in this problem, so it's the problem is complete already. So, 100 pesos per month for 60 minutes of call and additional time cost of 2 pesos per minute of call. So, there are two situations. So, the first situation is kapag ang let x muna pala is the time in minutes. So, this is the number of minutes while c is the cost. So that's the problem. So there are two situations. The first situation is when t is less than or t is 0 to 60 minutes. Iba ang babayaran niya dito at iba rin ang babayaran niya kapag ang t is greater than 60. Kapag mas mataas na sa 60, hindi na 100 ang babayaran niya. Kasi at the problem, kapag ang minuto na kanyang ginamit is less than 60, so from 0 to 60, ang babayaran niya lang is 100. Pero kapag more than 60 na, ang babayaran niya is 100 para sa first 60 minutes plus 2 pesos per minute sa others. Next is, this is a function. So this is a piecewise function, which tells us that there are two situations. There are two functions depending on the interval. So the first problem is, how much will he pay if he called for 55 minutes only for 2 hours and 3 minutes? So there are two given for t, or this should be x, but why did I use t? So x. So x is 55 minutes, while the other x is for 2 hours and 3 minutes. However, in the given, x stands for the time in minutes, so it's in minutes. So 2 hours and 3 minutes. 2 hours is ang 1 hour, may 60 minutes. So, ibig sabihin ng 2 hours, may 120 minutes. So, 2 hours and 3 minutes is 120 plus 3, it's 123. So, in the first one, the formula is C is x is equals to 55. So, hanapin mo dyan saan siya. So, dahil itong x dito is between 0 and 60, ibig sabihin, ang x, ang c dito is equal to 100 kasi less than 60 siya. So, ibig sabihin, ang gagamitin mo na function is this one. And this one, x is equal to 123, which is greater than 60. So, ito na ang yung function. So, iba na, hindi na 100 ang babayaran mo, kundi 100 plus 2 minutes yung lampas sa 60. So, 100 plus 2 times 123 minus 60. So, ang x, papalitan mo lang ng 123. So, 100 plus 2 minus muna 63. 123 minus 60. So, 63 is equal to 100 2 times 63 is equal to 126. Tapos kung i-plus mo yan siya, it's 226. Ibig sabihin kapag ang nagamit mo na minutes is 2 hours and 3 minutes or 123 minutes, ang babayaran mo is 226. So every kapag 55 minutes lang, that's 100. So that's problem number 1. Let's proceed with the problem number 2. An earthquake occurs in CTP. An expert finds that the magnitude of the earthquake, M, which should be capital, in the Richter scale of a place x in kilometers from P is given by M is equal to A e to the power of negative 0.007x, where A is a constant. The magnitude of an earthquake in city P, which is 20 kilometers from city P, city Q, which is 20 kilometers from city P, is measured to be 6 on the Richter scale. Find the magnitude of the earthquake in city P on the Richter scale. So the formula is M is equal to A e to the power of negative 0.07x. If we're going to do this one, based on the situation, if this is CTP, ang x is yung distance. So given another city which is Q, ang x is the distance. Sinabi dito na x is the distance in kilometer from P. So si city Q, ang layo niya kay P is 20 cm. 20 km pala. So ibig sabihin, x is equals to 20. Ngayon, pag 20 kilometers ang layo, ang magnitude daw given dito is 6. So in this one, ang given dito, given is the x, given si 6. So we could identify A. Bakit kailangan natin i-identify si A? Para masagutan natin itong question na find the magnitude of the earthquake in CTP on the Richter scale, kailangan natin si A. Kasi yung given dito, x is equal to 0. Later, we're going to find out bakit si x is 0. So M, si given dito muna is, solve muna natin si A, given yung kay Q. So si Q, ang magnitude niya is 6. A, hindi natin alam si A. Si E, alam natin yan. That's the constant. You can find it in the calculator. Hanapin nyo lang si E sa calculator. So, negative 0.007x. So, ang x is 20. So, hanapin na din si A. So, para mahanap natin si A, kailangan natin si A na lang dito sa kailangan sa kabila. So, ang paano natin kunin si E to the blank as E to the like this. So, ang gagawin natin, divide both sides by E to the negative 0.00720. Divide mo rin sa kabila ng E, negative 0.00720. So, makancel na yan si E. Ang natala na dito is si A over 6 over, kung i-type mo to sa calculator, si E to the power of negative 0.007 to the 20, makikita mo yan si E doon kay ln. Kung makita mo si ln, shift, usually nandun siya, i-shift mo lang si ln, tapos yun, lalabas na si E. The answer here is 0.87 estimated. That's estimated 0.87. Kapag i-divide mo yan, the answer is 6.89. So, ibig sabihin, si A is approximately equal to 6.89. Dahil given na si A, sa formula natin na M is equal to A E negative 0.007x. Si M is equal to A is 6.89. Based on our first solving, si A is 6.89. E to the power of negative 0.07x. Ngayon, based on this question, hanapin mo daw kung ano ang magnitude sa CTP. Alam natin na si CTP, yun siyang basihan para malaman natin si X. Kung gaano kalayo yung CT galing sa P, yun si X. Dito, gaano kalayo ni Q kay P is 20 kilometers. And dito naman, because it's si P ang hinahanap natin, so gaano ba kalayo si P kay P? That's 0 kilometers. So that's why ang x natin gawin natin 0. Kasi yun siya, ang ibig sabihin nun, si P ang hinahanap natin. Kasi gaano kalayo si P kay P, ibig sabihin that's 0. So M is equal to 6.89 e to the power of negative 0.07 times 0, which is x is equals to 0, is equal to 6.89 e to the power of 0, because 0.007 negative times 0 is 0. So any number raised to the power of 0 is 0. So kung i-solve mo to sa calculator, e to the 0, that's 1. 6.89 times 1. And the answer is 6.89. Ibig sabihin, gaano kalakas ang lindol doon sa CTP, that's 6.89. Habang kung 20 kilometers siya kay CTQ is 6 ang magnitude. So ibig sabihin, habang palayo siya ng palayo, bumababa yung magnitude. So pahina ng pahina ang earthquake. Pero isipin mo 20 kilometers and 6 pa rin. So malakas pa rin yan. So that's how we're going to solve the problems in your exam.